Hey, what's up? I'm Andrew Bacon. So my new garage workspace you see here didn't always look like this. Before, it was a cluttered and outdated space and it wasn't very open and functional. And so I decided to redo the whole thing and make it a little more user-friendly, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time building it. So I came up with a very easy DIY garage bench that doesn't take up a lot of room, and I'm going to show you how I built it in record time on this episode of Field Treasure Designs. Since we had to remodel some of our home and I needed a lot of tools and just a place to set things so I wouldn't lose my mind trying to find everything, I just set everything out, kind of made it work for a few weeks, and now I get to clear everything off to make room for the easy DIY workbench. So now I'm taking off the cabinet uppers, which I was originally going to keep, but then I just wanted to clean everything out. And that brown one on the left there, we ended up repurposing it for a really cool record console table, which I'll show you another video of that when I get that done. And so that's a really cool project. Here I'm taking off this super old laminate countertop. It's already broken. My awesome wife helped me get it out of there, and so we moved it to the side. Then I pulled out that cabinet, took out the drawers to make it as light as I could because this thing was heavy. And then my awesome wife helped me again get this thing out of there. Man, it feels so good just watching us clear this space out. Now we can build the workbench. So my first step is to make sure I have the right height of the two posts that I want on the front of the workbench. So here I'm cutting them on my miter saw. Next, I'm measuring and cutting my ledger, which I'm going to secure to the wall on the back. So it's going to be the back part of the frame of the workbench and go into the wall, similar to how a deck is mounted to the side of a house. So it'll go right there against the wall, and now I'm just testing it to make sure it's the right length and the right height. Now I'm going to cut the front beam that will support the workbench on the front side in between the two posts. Then I cut 4 more boards. 2 of them will be the outside frame and 2 will be inside joists. To assemble everything together, I'm using pocket hole screws, so first I have to drill pocket holes in all of the right spots. Now I'm assembling the frame together. Now if you noticed, I actually do this first section wrong. And so I get to the next section and I realize, oh, I want my boards to have less profile from the front. So after I did the right side, as you see there, I go back and I undo the left side and I do it right. Okay, great, that feels better. Now I grab the board that'll act as the ledger to put on the back side. I'm gonna screw this into the wall later on. Now I add the 2 joists to strengthen the frame and screw them all together so I've got one nice frame ready to mount to the wall. So now I need to find the studs in the wall and mark them so that I can transfer that mark to the ledger that I'll raise up here in a second, so I know exactly where to drill a pilot hole and then drill my screws so that I can go through the material and anchor them into the studs behind the drywall. By the way, I'm using a magnetic stud finder, which is pretty handy. Now I'm ready to lift the frame up against the wall so I can match those marks up and then transfer the marks onto the ledger board so I can drill pilot holes and screws. Now I've got the pilot holes done. I just need to grab my level and make sure it's level before I secure it to the wall. This isn't going anywhere. Those screws are going through the wood, through the drywall, and into the studs behind. I went with an upgraded version of the 3/4 inch maple plywood, which is really smooth. I had it cut at the big box store just to save me a step when I got home. It looks great. And I'm going to secure it from underneath with pocket holes just so there's no screws showing. And as you can see, it's real strong. It holds my weight even, no problem. I chose this height so I could roll my toolboxes underneath so they could go in and out, and this is awesome. So there it is, my easy DIY garage workbench that I made in record time. And as you can see, I added a few other upgrades like my pegboard wall and some shelves. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I have links in the show notes below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya.